we're not a group of great golfers by any means. I could never give anybody golfing advice, but you're
Hey,
damn right I'm gonna.
that's not true. Bad advice is still advice.
Bad advice is still advice. I could give advice. I could give you the best bad advice in golf you've ever had. So, but you damn straight, I'm gonna show up to the course looking good. All right, everybody, what's going on? This is the On the Links podcast, episode 1. It's our first time doing this, so yeah, we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to talking some golf and how it's gone. But hey, Josh, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Charlie. How about
Good.
yourself?
I'm doing well, man. Living the dream.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. So first thing I want to talk about was as we move into fall here, and the summer came to an end. How did you like your golf game over the summer? How do you think it went for you?
Great question. Well, I definitely had my ups and downs, and I can say that I finished the season playing golf, which is the number one goal, to get out there.
For sure, it's always a good time out on the course.
Did you get out there enough this year?
I got out. I try to go once, twice a week. It doesn't always go. It doesn't usually go well for me. I mean, just for clarity here, I'm not. I don't consider myself a good golfer by any means. I always consider Josh here a much better golfer than me. But I just try to go out and have a good time, and
right.
that's that's what it's about. But at the end of the day, it's like it sucks to suck. The old saying. But I mean, then again, I don't take. I guess I don't take it seriously enough though. Like I'll just kind of go out and kind of just like start swinging, and I never ever warm up for one thing. I don't usually go to the driving range for another thing. So if I'm not doing too much to get myself better, then I mean, what can I expect at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there's different classes of players. There's pros. You got your Tiger Woods of the world.
Mm-hmm.
You got the amateurs, the people who are good enough to play, but they just don't put in the time or money to get to that pro level. And then you have the hackers of the world that go out there and just.
Would you put me in the hacker category?
You're a hacker, Charlie. You're a hacker.
I have.
I'll put myself in that same category.
I did have some impressive beaver tails this summer. Especially when it's wet, that iron just slices through the grass like it's butter. Okay. But yeah. So would you say you think it got better at all this summer?
No, I hit a flat wall. I won't say rock bottom because I go out there and I shoot a consistent score.
Yeah.
But I did not improve this year. Stayed the same.
Yeah, I didn't improve this year. In fact, I told you, and I told you, and I've told many of the people, I I can't say I got better at golf. I think I got worse at golf. Okay, it is unfortunate to hear, but whatever. It's just the way it is the hardest sport. I swear to God, it is the hardest sport.
There's always next year.
That's what I told myself last year coming into this summer. There's this summer. This is the summer. This is the summer. You look the part. You look good. You look good out there. Now it's time to put your game together. And well,
Yeah. Well,
hey,
you brought up a big part there. Looking good out on the course.
looking good out on the course. That's what the Hit the Links brand is all about. Looking good. We're not a group of great golfers by any means. I could never give anybody golfing advice, but
Hey,
damn right I'm gonna.
That's not true. Bad advice is still advice.
Bad advice is still advice. I could give advice. I could give you the best bad advice in golf you've ever had. So, but you damn straight, I'm gonna show up to the course looking good. When I choose, sometimes I don't always show up. Hey, this rain stuff is freaking fantastic.
Oh yeah, the grape you're just having that for the first time.
Yeah, it's harvest grape.
I think
And I don't drink energy drinks, like ever. And I gotta say, this is delicious.
But
So yeah,
you don't drink energy drinks, but I know you work out all the time.
I'm in the gym a lot. Well, so when I'm low on energy or motivation, I'll take I'll take pre-workout, but I'll never have like a whole energy drink. So like I'll just put like 1 or 2 scoops of pre-workout in there. It gets me going.
Well,
I love
something that just clicked in my mind. I heard you say that for to help lack of motivation. Take it out on the golf course.
that rarely happens. I'm usually motivated to go to the gym, but not every single day. Uh,
What if you lose motivation on the golf course?
oh, it rounds over, and that usually happens on about hole two, maybe three,
Too.
hole two. Um, at
How
East Hartford,
bad? Oh,
where we play a lot. Hole two, those woods to the left, man. If you start slicing in there, like
well,
I know
you're not
within
that hole. You're not slicing. You're duck hooking, which is even worse.
that's true too. I mean, like I know usually by hole like 2 to 4, like when it's kind of like time that like my round is kind of falling apart because it usually happens between holes 2 and 4, and I'll usually feel it. And that doesn't mean I won't ever have like a good shot the rest of the round, but like I said, I'm just not a good golfer. Like I'm out there for the good time, so I usually feel it fall apart then, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Do you usually have like a time in a round where you feel like you fall apart, or do you keep it pretty mentally stable the whole way through?
I can tell if I'm having a good round or not on the
Yeah,
first hole. I think
that
if
I
I
think.
can get to the green and say it's a par four and if I could get there
Yeah,
in four and give myself a bogey putt or at least a double bogey putt,
yeah,
um, I'm starting the round off good. Now, if I'm writing a snowman down on that scorecard, it's gonna be a rough round.
yeah.
Round.
That 8 doesn't look good sitting on the card, but unfortunately, I have to write a lot of them. In fact, actually, Josh knows I don't even keep score. I don't even consider myself good enough to keep my own score. So I always just think like the numbers will be too high. So like usually I just don't keep score and I just like start hacking at the ball. And I'll kind of keep like
Like
I
a
probably
true
got a six
hacker.
or seven in my head, you know, which so
See, now I totally disagree with that method of play. I think you got to keep score because you
it's
could stumble yourself into having a good round.
yeah, but
You know, so you took two eights, but if you could take a few bogeys,
sure, sure. So I guess my mindset approaching it is like, well, let me just try to get better over the next couple of months at like hitting my irons. Once I can make consistent contact with my irons, then I can start keeping score, even if I get an 8. But like the fact that I feel like I can't even make like the best contact yet, and until I do that, like why keep score? It's just gonna be a freaking 9, 5 out of the 9 holes I play. You know? I don't know. I don't know. It's just you're right. It's not the best approach, but I mean, you're looking at a pretty hacker golfer right here. So
that is the word hacker.
that's that's the category I've been putting
But
in the
the
past
good
10
news is
minutes.
that you could be a hacker your whole life. That doesn't mean you're
and,
going to be a bad golfer your whole
and
life.
still have fun. And still have fun.
You can
You know
still
what
have
gets me?
fun.
You know what can get me through a round?
Arnold
Right there.
Palmer,
Right there.
the man
Let me
himself.
tell, let me tell you something. That stuff is delicious too.
Oh yeah, I love the background you got going on.
Oh, I know. I got my setup back there.
Yeah,
Got
I
my
see some
Duval buddy.
cool things hanging, and also that nice Jaguars light. How you feeling
Yeah, you
about
like
this?
that? Good, good.
Good.
I'm feeling good about the Jags season. I'm yeah. So I'm a big Jaguars fan, and my whole life they've been bad because I became a fan when I was a little kid, like 2006, five, whatever, like very little. But now they're turning things around. You know, T-Law is looking good. The team, the team's winning. I'm excited. And our friend, our guy Josh here, So for those of you who don't know, Josh is basically the face of this brand. If you go look at our Instagram, I mean, he's all over the freaking place with our mic'd ups, of him on the course. He's repping the polos. It, he is perfect for the content. So he's all over the place. And what I was gonna say was he's a big Giants fan. So talk to us about the Giants this
I don't
season,
know if you
Josh.
can see the sweatshirt, but yeah,
Still repping
unfortunately.
strong.
Oh yeah, you gotta think about all those
You have
people
to.
out there wearing Broncos jerseys. You gotta stick with your team.
That is that is bad.
And
That's bad from a
unfortunately,
Bronco fan.
but yeah, I'm a Giants fan. Same deal as you. Grew
Yep.
up watching the Giants win the Super Bowl. Uh,
Yeah. Yep. They had two of them.
fell in love with Eli Manning, the
Yep.
the pass rush of the late 2000s, Michael
Yep.
Strahan, Jason Pierre-Paul, all those guys. And now we have Danny Dimes.
And you're stuck with them too because of that
Love him.
contract.
Oh, he's our franchise QB. He'll be there. Be there for the
I
next
know.
10 years.
Yeah. So for those of you listening, for context, if you don't follow football that much, there's four teams in the NFC East. There's the Cowboys, the Giants, the Commanders, and the Eagles. And they're all a little delusional. They all kind of think that they're 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 good and it's going to be fine when things are just falling apart. And if you talk to one, it's pretty like it's easy to sense their delusion. I mean, Josh here is pretty good, but sometimes the NFC East gets the best of him. But hey, football season is the best.
It
Can't go
is.
wrong. Sundays, we live for Sundays. But back to some golf talk. I wanted to know what your favorite course you played was this summer.
Oh,
If you
uh,
had to pick one, here, how about this? Did you play anywhere new?
oh yeah. This summer was fantastic. I got around to a few different golf courses. Um, we I think I can speak for you too. We kind of stick around the Hartford County area.
Yep,
Um, Gillette Ridge out in Bloomfield was I played that for the first time this year.
yep,
Beautiful course.
yep. I've heard it's
Uh,
nice.
I something I do in the summer is I try to get these deals, whether it's on Golf Now or some other app for twilight
Hmm.
rounds.
Yep,
And they had a deal there, $13 for 9 holes.
that's
Um,
awesome.
so I jumped on it. Me and my dad went out there, and we show up and check in. $13. They hand us a cart key too. It
Wow,
wasn't $13 walking; it was $13 for 9 holes with a cart.
with the cart. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's beautiful.
And it's just in a beautiful area. You can
Yep,
see
yep,
the Gillette Tower in the back, whatever that Hubline Tower.
yep.
Uh, but yeah, that'd probably be my favorite course this summer. What about you?
Cool.
New courses?
Uh, Jeez. I didn't play anywhere new. I usually just play at one course. So, man, I can't think of anything off the top of my head new that I played.
How many
But I
times?
will.
I got a
Go
question
ahead.
for you. How many times do you think you got out this summer? This year, going back to like
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
started going out in the spring.
In the spring,
Yep,
the
till
spring I
now.
probably, spring I probably went once or twice, and then we just went this a couple days ago. That's like three times. So though, I mean,
Good
uh,
math. Good math there.
probably that's simple math. Keep it simple, right? Uh, I want to say maybe like 15, 17, possibly 20 times.
Yeah,
Not as much as you, but I tried to go out at least once a week, and then a good amount of times I go out twice a week.
yeah.
So I probably like a decent number. Obviously not enough to improve my game, but that's nothing new.
And so get this, you not enough to improve your game. I probably went out at least double or probably triple,
Yeah, I'm
maybe
sure. I'm sure.
triple the amount of you. Still
Yep.
could not improve my game. Golf
It
is
is a hard sport, okay? It is a hard sport. But I mean it is really fun and it has a good community of people and it's fun to learn because I feel like you can never really stop learning it. Like even the pros say that, like that they can always play better. I mean, it's like, as good as they are, I'm sure it's true. Like it's hard to be perfect at golf, if not impossible.
Yeah,
It's very
well,
hard. That's why there's so few people that can do it.
that is true. The biggest big part of it is just being open to learning. You can't
Yes.
get too
Y-
too like
Yep.
closed out on the course and
Sure.
mad at yourself,
Yeah.
uh, which
It.
I don't think you do. But
It is. Every golfers say that you got to keep your mental level, but like, and it's true. But every golfer breaks down at their own frustration, and it's funny. It's funny if you're like out on the golf course and you see a group of old guys. One of them misses the putt and like starts yelling, and like you can hear it from the other green. Some of these guys get really angry uh,
it's always
for
fun to
brief moments.
fuck out on the golf course.
You know, it's funny. Um, yeah,
I
but
heard somebody say once you need to have golfheimers. Golfheimers. You gotta have
what is it?
Alzheimer's, but for golf. You
You
gotta
gotta
forget
forget.
that shot.
Yeah, okay. I think that's a new term I've heard, but I like it. It's good.
You should try to
Yeah.
implement that in your game.
I'll write it down. I'll keep it. I'll keep note of it. Um, yeah. But so Josh, you and I went down so we were down in Florida back in March, Naples, Florida. Unfortunately, didn't get to play. We tried to get on these courses. It was in a private community, but God, they were beautiful down in Naples, Florida. Guys, if
Yeah.
you have a chance to go golf in Florida, I don't know, like especially like the Naples area, like go check it out because I mean those courses were unbelievable.
Yeah. It's different golf in different parts of the
Yeah,
country.
for
Like
sure.
we experienced the New England golf, which
Yep.
I would say is probably more wooded. There's more trees, maybe some
Hmm.
more hazards with the lands, hilly. Where Florida, down south, courses are generally flatter and longer and bigger,
Sure.
and it's fun to play, especially because we don't experience that.
Yep.
I did get, because you were asking new courses I played, I did have the chance to play this course down south in North Carolina, South Carolina, I forget
Oh, that's
where.
right. You had a trip down there. Yeah.
Yeah, Hilton Head Island. I got to play a famous course, Robert Trent Jones. Beautiful course,
Mm.
expensive round. That's a whole nother thing to talk about.
Hey, but if it was worth it.
But beautiful course. Just
That's
the
awesome.
sheer size and
You
elegance
said,
of it.
and you said that was in North Carolina?
Yeah, Hilton Head is North Carolina, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard a lot about that area. I've heard it's nice. So
Oh, a
yeah,
beautiful vacation spot,
yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
golf spot.
Cool, cool. Awesome, awesome. What was your what was your favorite golf polo you wore this summer?
Oh, that would have to be the hibiscus.
I knew you were gonna say that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one
With
would be
the
the
bright
and the bright, vibrant colors of the
the
hibiscus.
bright yep, the bright red on the flowers is nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that polo too. Yeah.
You look good, you feel good, you play good.
You look that's what I strive to do. I show up I show up I'm looking good. I'm looking good. I try to look good because if I can't play good, I gotta try to look my best. You know, I gotta leave the course with something I can feel good about because usually it's not my round. At least how I finish a round. I don't know. I don't know. I did want to ask you, since it is fantasy football season,
Yes, it is.
if it were fantasy golf instead and you had a fantasy golf team, any current or past player that you'd really want on your team, who would it be?
Hmm. That's a great question, and I wonder if there's ever been anything like that. And maybe we should
I know
start.
we could start this. We could start, a fantasy golf type of team. That would be cool because golf lasts basically the entire year. You'd have a team the whole year. Um,
It would come down to like how do you score it? Like
right.
made
Yeah.
putts,
Yeah.
fairways hit.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it'd be kind of hard not to answer Tiger Woods to this question. So, like, somebody else.
Yeah, then obviously he would be great to have on the team. But
Yeah.
there's so many people on this list. I would have to know what the scoring objects were, but I gotta imagine like drive distance might play into that.
Yeah,
Give me
for sure.
John Daly in his prime, young 20s. He's
Okay.
smoking that ball. He was out
John,
Tiger,
people love John
but then
Daly in this
Tiger,
community.
oh, he
I mean,
yeah.
you know, I'm on our Instagram constantly, so like, and I'm seeing all this golf content and stuff. I mean, this dude is all over the place. People love John Daly's character, and how can you not? I mean, he's a funny character, man. But
He
yeah,
is.
people love him
He's one of those that is not a hacker having a good time on the golf course. He's a pro having a good time on the golf course,
for
and
sure,
that's
man.
fun to see. That's fun to
And
watch.
he is fun. He's got good style too. He shows up looking good. He shows up
Yep.
looking good.
I'll have to get
Yep.
him in one of those hit the link polos.
Oh man, that
They're
is the
looking
long
good.
term goal right there. If I can get John Daly in a Lynx polo in the next 10 to 20 years, man, I mean, I will have accomplished my life mission.
That'd be
I mean,
great.
that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Well, one thing's for sure, I'll be wearing hit the links polos anytime I go out on the golf course.
Oh, dude,
First
you
of
look
all,
good. You look good in them. You look good in them, man. We will. We'll get you. We'll get you a bunch of those for sure. But yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up here for our first episode. Appreciate anybody listening in here, and we're gonna try to do this weekly, possibly twice a week moving forward if possible. But for now, weekly, and so stay tuned for next week's episode. And yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you guys.
When I feel like it. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please. I'm trying to get paid. Not today, not